we're actually going to start with setting up a virtual machine. And I need to do that, I need to get Windows. So we'll start with learning how to find a free image on Microsoft. So let's download Windows. And 11. I think I have some notes somewhere with this, but we'll see what my throat says about streaming 8 hours or something. I think I have some here. Organized. There is order candy in the mess. Yeah. Nice to have some water. Though it's only like a third left of the water. I actually have tea, but it's kind of cold because I made it before I went to that meeting for my kid. So it's from 8 and now it's 10:58. Whatever. It's warm enough, right? At least. Let's download Windows. Apparently this is where I download Windows. And this is just going to be a test machine, so it doesn't matter if it's like a trial version. There are 3 options below. Oh, I'm not going to install on a physical machine. Create Windows 11 installation media. Yeah. On a newer used PC. This is what I want. Before you begin, we have an internet connection. We have data storage. Alright. It's reminding me. So it's reminding me that I am supposed to practice and learn more on TryHackMe. I was just going to read what it says. So, requirements, I assume that if I set the VM that it will give me the specifications to let this be allowed to be installed, but I think there are workarounds otherwise, so. Drivers, firmware, drive specifications. There's the ISO too. Yeah, maybe the ISO is better. Let's do that. Okay, before you begin here too, let's assume that we know what we're doing. I most definitely don't want anything but English. I actually installed Japanese Windows when it was like just to test it. When it was like, I think it was about 2000, so it was another version. Maybe Windows 95, probably Windows 95 or something. The menus, it's not real nice. I don't even like Swedish Windows. I can't find things. It's horrible to find things when everything is named differently. Link is valid for 24 hours. So we didn't get a download at once, so I have to click it. What? Link is valid. Okay. That's a funny way to do it. Anyway, this is Windows 11. I'm thinking I'll do a Windows 10 too. And now we can chat without having a bad conscience for 7 minutes. 6.3 gigs. Let's do Windows 10 too. And now we got... Oh, look. Oh. This is why I don't want Swedish windows. This is not an actual word in Swedish. Disk picturization thingy. Instead of just saying image, which you would do in Swedish. Because it translates too much. Oh, just an ISO. Oh. They were trying to word by word translate things. We would just say disk, not disk. We wouldn't say it like that. We would say disk image too, but with a K. Probably. So... we don't want to update, we want to install. So we don't have a simple ISO here. Though, maybe we shouldn't do this now. Or look. Yeah, you can use a tool to make an ISO. So if we click this, will we trust Microsoft? I'm thinking this is like, well, almost a third done if I'm optimistic. So we don't want to disturb that download with another one. But it's just thinking anyway. Also, this, since I'm downloading stuff, it shouldn't disturb the connection with streaming. So, but tell me if there's some kind of lag or anything like that. Let's of course read all of this, as we always do. Getting a few things ready. Oh, now we're definitely a third. Create installation media. We want all these. Yes. Let's make an ISO file. And let's call it Windows 10. Also, when I download the other file, did I get a question on where to download it to? Because I don't think my C drive would be the best place. Let's see here. We have, so far we have 33. So there shouldn't be a problem at all. But I used to have less space. You couldn't get 111? Oh yeah, it's downloading. So I just wanted both. Also, if there's any problem with installing Windows 11 on this computer that couldn't handle Windows 11, the specifications, then we have a backup. So, but I'm thinking I'm going to download this to another drive. This one. So let's let's do like OS ISOs. Let's put it here. Let's see if it, yeah. It went to the directory first or just accepted it. So now I'm downloading both images at the same time, which might not be the smartest thing to do. But they're different disks, so at least not that. That's not a problem, at least. I remember the old times when you did defragmentation of your drives all the time. I'm still always thinking of that when I'm copying files from one disk to another, that I'm not copying like 10 different things at once, but doing one and letting it finish before most of the time. So you don't mess up the files chunks are on the disk. I imagine it will speed things up a tiny bit. So this one has... Now we were up to 8 minutes. We can just chat without feeling bad for 8 minutes. More, at least. I'm actually going to start the VM. So far this only has Kali, I think.
What software do you use for the VM?
VMware. We'll see what happens with VMware. By the way, maybe I should have my OBS up on my third screen so that I can see what screen you're watching easier. There. So this is what I'm using. By the way, maybe we should take the opportunity to download a third thing at the same time and update this. So let's check for updates, because I think there is one actually. No, I already updated it, okay. But there was some kind of vulnerability in VMware. There you can see it's not as clean. Let's screen. Well, let's start creating a new one. Keeping an eye on the typical create a virtual machine. By the way, this license that I have a license for it actually, and I got that cheap from one of these sites where you can sell like, I guess it's used licenses or something. So
I've used VirtualBox a few times, but I recently installed Proxmox on my spare PC and run a few VMS on that. Proxmox uses KVM in the background.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing Proxmox actually, but since this is on my PC, also I'm thinking of using... I have several old laptops like this, and maybe it's better to have like physical servers.
Yeah, Proxmox needs a dedicated box.
If I use physical machines for servers, you don't have this problem with the virtual disks. Of course, maybe you can use physical disks, but I actually tried the other day to just... one of the hard drives I have connected to my computer. It has Linux installations on it. So I thought that if I could connect that to VMware and just boot whatever's there, you should be able to do that, right? I guess I'll have to Google, because it's not obvious just by looking at VMware. So, to show you what I'm doing...
says, when downloading Win10, you have to change the user agent to download the ISO. Can be done easy with switching the browser to mobile mode in DevTools.
Let's see. When downloading Win10, you have to change the user agent. User agent. But I'm downloading it right now, so I didn't have any problems. We'll see if it pops up when it's finished. Yeah, so I was just going to show you that I have this drive here that's partitioned and it can't read
Tyrone Slug says,
anything. No,
is that to
that's
pull
not
the
the
website
drive.
that you're downloading from a different program? But yeah, it's downloading okay now.
Okay. Maybe I disconnected that drive. I think I did, yeah. Because I had one where it was a tiny Windows partition, because I had dual boot, or like triple boot though. And I had... I was like trying to run Chrome OS on the PC. So that was the thing with that. And I think it's Mint on one partition. So it's a kind of messy thing. But I was thinking, why wouldn't that start with VMware? Couldn't I run that with VMware just as it is? So installer disk image. You can see when I installed Kali last. So let's
I've not used VMware on top of Windows. We use VMware at work on dedicated boxes though.
Okay. So let's see, here we have the Windows 10 should pop up here. And the Windows 11 one is almost done. And it should be in downloads. And here's my camera. Can we actually see stuff there? No, I don't think so, since it's connected. That's the camera. So yeah, the ISO has 1 minute and 7 seconds left for Windows 11. And of course, it's nice to have Windows machines, and I actually have a virtual machine already, but it's kinda got other stuff on it. So I want a clean machine to just test my Python course on. So if I tell people, click this and click this, and they get extra things, because they haven't already stuff installed that I have on my machine. So I don't, that's so annoying. The other day I actually looked for how do I do something with Discord, with my Discord group, or Discord server it's called, I think. And in the instruction video I got on YouTube, they had done something before, because I didn't even have this, But I already read about that, so I knew I had to do another thing before. But that's what I was trying to find how to do. And they had already done that. So they didn't get, you need to know the first thing to do before so you don't miss anything. If you're telling someone how to do something.
Chromeos Flex. #bin/bash Jason equals $curl us, web link.
Scripting hold down Chrome. Okay, I'll copy that. Oh, look at it. Google Com recovery. Because when I did it was a few years ago. And then there were some problems. I don't really remember everything. But we'll note that down. And of course, now I'm using Notepad again. Instead of doing something useful. So let's... I should put this in my Obsidian instead, right? But then it wouldn't be as obvious as now it's on my desktop. And I can see I have other suggestion things there too. I got a tip for a game here. The other day when I raided yesterday, I think I got this game tip. So I like a to-do list. So let's go back to Firefox and see if we are finished downloading. We are. So let's start first with the Windows 11 one. So this, let's just update it. This Windows 11 detected. Yeah, that's right. I've never installed Windows 11 actually. That's crazy. I'm just Windows 10, Windows 10. You use the old stuff. Well, that's okay. I don't have that much disk space on this one, but this is a SSD, you know, and I think that for this purpose I don't want to waste my system disk. I'm going to buy a bigger one, so maybe like 2 gigs instead, because 500, it's so tiny. And I don't even have any games installed. But I have virtual machines, so like 2. It's not very good for that. And the other ones are just normal drives and our server. But I think this is the one. Yeah, this is lots of space. So let's make a new directory here too. So there. I think will it I'm sure it will make a directory in this one, right? I'm sure it will. Your files will be encrypted. Oh my god. Yeah, this you have to disable this in Windows 11. Do you really require this? Your files will be encrypted using a password you must set, and I don't want to do this. This password is stored in the Windows the System Credential Manager. Keep a copy of the password in a safe place. You cannot start the VM without it. Where's the option to not encrypt it? All the files for this machine are encrypted. Only the needed to support the TPM are encrypted.
Jerome Slux says, this is a Windows 11 TPM thing, that I think you mentioned being a workaround for it.
What I think I meant with a workaround was to install
Gaming
it on a
Buffer
machine that doesn't have the hardware. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I had to modify the ISO version 11 in order to get around TPM.
Yeah, maybe. We'll just see what happens, because, you know, let's do password. I would never remember that password, right?
It looks like VMware has its own built-in way around it, though.
Yeah, I imagine it will emulate the TPM, but I still don't want it to encrypt anything. So that was my thought now. And if you install it on a physical machine, you would of course have to... There are several things you need for Windows 11, of course. And if you don't have the hardware requirements, you can work around it. Yeah, remember this. It's just password. The virtual is stored as one more files. Let it be that, and let it have several files as it expects. That's a default. Let's leave it a default. Do we want to customize the hardware? It suggests this. I'm just going to test this one for for the Python course, so we can always change it later too. Right. Right, I want to see OBS, but I'm on the right screen. So it's creating the disk. I'm sorry for my sore throat, but it's actually mostly just I've got like stuff in my throat. It's not, it doesn't hurt. It's just annoying that I sound like this. Some dried up breakfast bread, but even without butter and everything.
I had a funny throat last night. It's gone away today though.
Oh, good, good. Yesterday when I was streaming and I was reading a lot, then my throat kind of, it started good, but then but this may be allergy things too, or allergy medication things. You never know what is what. I'm dipping my bread in lemon yogurt. Well, that's kind of slow.
We use thin provisioning when making disks in VMware at work. Makes it build the disk instantly.
This is actually, I think that this disk, the big one, is connected by USB 3. So, though I did actually play Diablo 4 on USB 3 disk, no problems at all. So it all depends, you know. If it's going to write a lot of files, but it's just going to read a tiny bit.
That's also going to slow it down a bit probably.
Yeah, but this is just to make sure that all the files are actually there. And that's why it's nice to have both Windows 10 and 11 to test to see if you have this, if you have that, you know. If you're going to tell someone how to do something, you should be thorough and don't skip like, oh, you actually required this and this and this too. And I'm going to skip or rather I'm going to split the Python course into one bit where it's installation of different things. So it's if you want to install, if you have this, install this. If you have this, install this. If you want to run this editor, do this. If you want to run this editor, do this. And then separately, it's the knowledge bit that in your editor you chose do this. So I'm doing the bit, I'm going to do the bit about idle.
I installed some Python modules on this PC and got some code working, but when I did the same thing on my gaming PC, my code didn't work, because I was using newer module versions.
Okay. Okay. It's trying to boot. Click the virtual screen to 10 keystrokes. Install as you would on a physical computer, and then click finished installing. Okay. So, is this like a menu with one option? We'll just let it be there for a sec. I should have the ISO and the disk, so we should be able to manage without help.
Patricombe says, you missed to press any key to boot to ISO.
Okay. Yeah, but you see, it resolved it itself. We can set the boot order. By default we got in here. So that's nice. But if there's an any key, maybe I should just restart this. Let's see, will my keys go to the right place? No. Would you click here? No. So, how do I? Oh,
Try
I
again.
see
No
myself.
change boot order.
Yeah, the problem is my mouse disappeared. Like, do Control Alt. There, I've got it again. I have to see what you said. Why is it my scroll is paused in chat? Yeah, that was I was trying to do Control Alt Delete, but that doesn't work. Escape maybe. Enter to select. Nah, we'll just do oh my god, the mouse again. Let's just be evil and just restart this. The question is how? I could of course just close this, but that's not what I want. I want the VM to...
Jerome Slug says, hit it with a hammer.
Yeah, I'm sure that would work great. So let's reset it. Yes, we want to reset this. And be ready to into the ready to click something. There. Sometimes with new computers you have to click like mega fast. Cause, you know.
Petrigong says,
So I was ready to
GG.
be quick.
Translated from Latvian.
We want to use English, but we want Swedish keyboard. Swedish. There. Install. And I'm used more to installing Kali now than I don't know how many times I've done it. No, I don't have a product key. They just want to test some stuff here. Alright. What do you think I should install? Should I do Pro?
Pro. Jerome Slug says,
that's like my default.
yeah,
but
Pro.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody's saying the same thing. Let's go for it. I'm thinking if I'm doing a course, will people have home? Are there differences I should know? But since I've never done a Windows 11, well, should we accept? Nah. It's so funny that they even ask, as if you would do this if you would say no. Upgrade custom.
Mostly just Windows file
Install
sharing
Windows.
and remote desktop
No, we
isn't
don't want
in
to
home.
keep anything. Missed that. Have to check the chat. What's this Windows file sharing and remote desktop? Okay, they don't have RDP even in home. But what if they need help with something and like Microsoft wants to help them?
RDP server.
Maybe that's like a trimmed down version of it.
Yeah, it's not in home, I believe.
Okay. I've heard a lot of things, like when I was searching for Notepad. This is part of why I'm selected 11 first year now, because for Python you could do it just with Notepad, right? But then I learned that Notepad is not installed by default. Okay. So if Notepad is not installed by default and I tell people to open Notepad, that won't work, right? So maybe I should install Home too, just to make sure what the difference is. I kind of do. When I do YouTube videos, I research a lot, so it's actually good.
New follower Twitch.
Oh, welcome.
New follower Cheetah Bandito. Less than 3.
Welcome, Cheetah Bandito. Let's just do next here. Getting files ready for installation. And we're going to, if someone hopped in here recently, we're about to work on my Python course, but to do it, I want to be able to make sure that when I install stuff, I have, it doesn't skip steps, because I already have things installed in my computer. So that's why I'm doing the virtual machine first, because I needed to test things. So we're installing Windows 11 and Windows 10.
Jerome Sluck says, back from ads.
Yeah, great. And it's great that you tell me so if there's something important, like not clicking next, I can pause too. In part, it's better to have the mobile app watching Twitch, because then sometimes you just get to something at the side and can still hear the audio. And in Windows, if you're watching the browser, you don't get the audio, you get to add audio too. You should have the option to use these on the side ads there too, I think. Then the image just gets a tiny bit smaller. I guess they get more money from the big ads. Oh well, this will take some time.
Yeah, I get the ones down the side and at the bottom sometimes too.
Yeah, on the bottom too. So here's where we just downloaded these. But if I go to my notes now, I can show you a bit what I have. I think I copied my Python things here. Yeah, and I'm also going to do like a slow course for complete beginners to programming, and a quick one that's like, this is how you do things in Python compared to other languages, so it's easy.
Is it gonna be a beginner's guide in Python?
Yeah, then both. So one here, a quick intro to Python for programmers. These are other things, so I probably have it in my programming too. Python course. And this is lots of notes, of course, but I think I have one with course plan. I did copy this. Yeah, so this is copied into the other, and I edit it. So like just what to teach first, and all right, like comments too and docstrings. These are just short things. Did I actually start? Yeah, I started a tiny bit on these. Started doing scripts. I think this was kind of done, like, just... No, maybe this is not what's done. This is, like, the first... Oh, whatever. Anyway, I'm splitting it on installing and Python tutorial for beginners and quick for programmers. So...
Johannes says,
Hey, Winrod, hey.
Hey, so Johannes, have you programmed anything? Otherwise, I might test my course on you. You should do some programming if you haven't already done it, you know?
My kids.
Welcome in. Oh, your kids do programming? Or what? We're waiting for this disk, but it's at 91% now. So we're going to install Windows 10 and 11 to try things.
The R program to do what I say, very advanced script.
Winroth claps for that one. I wish I could program my kids too. So we're at 94%.
Jerome Slug says, my son has bugs in his down, sometimes crashes, have to reboot him lol.
Yeah, my kids do. And I have to check
Down equals code.
on my kids in a bit, by the way.
Grey Loves Matchalati says, where did you learn to code?
Oh, I learned to code when I was like a kid. When I was first, I think my dad worked with the computers, so we had a computer at home, and it wasn't usual then. So he also had these computer magazines, and in them there were example like code bits you could type into your, but they were like intended for like a Commodore 64 or something like that sometimes, and we had a PC, so I had to try and mess about with that. And then I had programming in school in like 7th grade, I think it was, and from there. Then we did Pascal, Turbo Pascal, I think, and then we did like also different stuff. It was Basic too, and I don't remember everything. And machine code, and assembler, and well, so I learned it when I was just
Jerome Slug says,
before I was a teen.
I learned Basic at school.
Yeah.
My son is in year 7 and just starting stuff with Scratch.
Okay, yeah, that's nowadays. It didn't exist back when I was that age. We actually yesterday my kid wanted to learn programming again, my 16-year-old. So we actually, on his suggestion, did a bit of Scratch. But that was really like videos and move this area. Didn't need my help, but he needed me to sit by him still to, you know, because if I wasn't there, he'd switch to something else. I don't know. He really wants to learn, but it's hard to focus. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to check on my kids quick, and it's closing up to lunchtime too, so I'll check what they want for lunch, and I'm still on my breakfast. So should I actually switch?
Yeah, focus man. That's the hard part.
Yeah, so he needed me to be there to with the focus. I'll be right back. I'm just checking to see what they want for lunch first, and I will see. I have this. I should have my pause button actually work with this scene, I think, but it's not doing that currently, so I'm looking here. Where did I put it? It's this one.
Johannes says,
Sophia,
no, that's not good.
100 channel point for 10 squats. I have 11,100 points. You understand that is 110,000 squats.
I know what I did, but I can't disable it. I can. And I also, I will add more stuff, but I'll have to change how my room is first. I couldn't do push-ups now, right?
Slug says, I have 3.5k points. Didn't want to break you though, haha.
But I haven't done any yet, right? So this is not very fun, right? To look at the notes when let's skip this. I'm actually on pause now, though I'm not paused. So if we go to the right screen, we can see it actually doing something now. I think we
Fixerbot says,
new follower Twitch. New follower Shadow Tiger. Less than 3.
Welcome in, Shadow Tiger. Everybody today has so cool names. Shadow Tiger. Even Grr. So the last follow, it was also some kind of, oh my god, I can't even scroll in this in OBS. While Windows continues with installation, I'll check on my kids. I'll be right back.
Hey Shadow Tiger, when
and
Rock
I can
Pom
still
Pom.
hear you.
Fixerbot says,
new follower Slacken Time. Less than 3.
Johannes says,
hey Slacken Time when Rot yay.
Slacken Time says, hellos. Johannes says,
welcome in. Sophia is just letting the kids out of the cage, haha. She be right back.
There. I usually put this on the table, but now I heard you, so I don't have to read chat when getting back. Maybe that's nice. Yeah, you have so many kids, Johannes. I'm still seeing your oldest 3, 14, 16, 18, and mine are soon 14 and 16. So, and my 13-year-old, he actually ate 15 chicken nuggets for breakfast. So I don't think he wasn't very hungry yet. But I gave my bigger one some food quickly. Just still scrolling through chat here. Oh, Slacking Time, welcome. And yeah, I'm here now. So let's select our region. If I click here, can I scroll? Yeah, good. So I guess we want the region to be Sweden, right? Since that's where I'm actually at. If I type S, no. It's only graphical now.
I've got a training meeting in 10 minutes. Should only last 30 minutes though.
Okay.
So be back in a bit.
Okay. Have a great meeting or training. Training sounds fun. Hope it's fun. So Sweden and yes. And actually I couldn't type S here. We used to be able to type T and just go up a bit and then U. But I already selected Swedish keyboard. Do I have to redo everything? So Swedish keyboard. I went English, but I want Swedish keyboard. No, we don't want any more keyboard layouts, please.
It's about disk expansion automation on VMware using Ansible, so might not be that boring.
Okay, interesting. You'll have to teach us all you learned afterwards. So, but Johannes, you might want to try my Python course for programming beginners in case you haven't done any programs except for kids. Yeah, do that. Your PC will restart before you continue. I expect that the reason it wants
my Python isn't that bad, but I would like my son to start learning something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and actually one part in that I'm doing this. Says.
Oh, I'm always in for new things.
Yeah. So one reason I'm making this course is that I'm hoping that my 16-year-old, he watches a lot of YouTube, you know, maybe it's easier for him to focus if he can have it in that form. He's autistic, so sometimes it may be easier to hear from the video. I don't know, and also to know how long it is and everything.
So we have to plan a bit for that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to have a meeting, us too, there. You can do that on Discord, of course. Name your device. What do we want this to be called? It's like Windows 11 x64 is the VR name. Let's name it something. Should we actually include the X2? X64 or VM there. Well, we got a funny spelling. Maybe I should call all my windows for Windows instead. Since I'm lazy, I'm actually copying this.
Tyrone Sluck says, maybe you should keep Windows, haha.
Yeah, it would be
Johannes
kind of fun.
Says,
I love the good old Windows. Lol.
So, how much installation do you think we have? Maybe I should take a snapshot of this machine when it's done. Maybe you can use that to make other machines, because you don't want to keep doing this, right? And this disk has lots of space. I think it's almost 2 tera still on it. So it shouldn't be a problem to take snapshots. on the one that's on my system disk, the SSD, there's not much space there, so...
Jerome Slux says, yeah, I did that on Proxmox. Took a snapshot before doing anything.
Maybe I should even have done it before naming it, but nah, whatever. How would you like to set up this device? I guess personal use, access organization resources. Yeah, we don't have like any. Though I'm thinking I should set up my own AD and to test stuff with, but mostly for hacking it. So maybe that shouldn't be where the machines are still. Unlock your Microsoft experience, whatever. Right. This is the sign in, and I think you could get around this in several ways. Anyone remember how to do that? Because I don't think I want to sign in. I'm waiting, chat, or should I search my notes? I think
you click sign in,
my Windows.
But after that you can skip it maybe.
Yeah, I remember that if you disconnect your network, right, then you don't get any problems with that. So they can't confirm your login. So I'm just VM removable devices. Let's remove the network adapter from this. So it has no network. And then it shouldn't be able to know if this is there. Oops, we lost internet connection. Well, interacting which you'll need to. Okay. Well, can we click anything else here? I think maybe we'd have to restart or something, or do this earlier. Because now it knows we have internet. I can't click anything. I could click volume. I'll just search for if I had any notes. My notes, I started using Obsidian a few months ago, and I moved stuff in there. But I still have lots of text files. Yeah. But I have this instruction, so I'm just looking. I have some instructions here for different things.
Shadow Tiger says, I think you need to put the code something like /yoga.
So I don't think I have it over here though. So images, okay. Install Windows 11 without MS account. I had the notes there. Start with no network. When it asks you to connect to network, Shift F10 for admin console.
Says, Ube /bypass row. Fixerbot says,
new follower Twitch. New follower Thyza. Less than 3.
Oh, did I miss a character there? Huh? So let's see. Let's do Shift F10. There. And so my notes were wrong.
Slux says, yeah, that.
Yeah.
I think you're missing in your notes.
So let's see. Oh, you can see, right? It's OBS. I have to escape the escape character. So it was actually there.
Thyza says, ahoy, just passing by. Great to see live courses on here.
Hi. Thyacer. I'm having a problem, sorry. Thyacer, is that okay?
Jerome Slux says, we don't see the VM anymore.
Right, let's go to the right screen. By the way, there's both a redeem to switch screens,
Thyza says,
and there's...
Yo, you get that right.
Oh. Thizer. Thizer, maybe. Maybe the E is kind of silent. Thizer. Oh. It's kind of hard with all the names, you know. And sometimes I'll just listen to what the TTS says. I can cheat from people not having TTS. So now you can see the VM, right? So let's type this. OOBE. And then it's a backslash. And I'm not typing. So something happened. OOBE backslash bypass. No. There. And let's see. Did I do something wrong? Does it need to be capital letters? I don't think your note is actually. Let's copy yours here. I don't know why, but the comments keep scrolling down there in OBS.
Tyrone Sluck says.
Yeah,
the site I found has it in caps.
So let's delete all of this and paste this. Can I paste? Come on, paste. No. Couldn't be that easy.
Right meeting is now starting. Be back soon.
Okay. Have a great time on the training. Bypass. Oh, I think I forgot the N. Didn't I? Yeah. I just typed bypass no, and it is supposed to be NRO. So the R, I forgot the R. So there. Nice. Let's hope it works now. We don't need a Microsoft login. We don't get the question. I'm just eating a bit of bread that I'm dipping in yogurt. And now we get this again. But it remembered now. Sweden is a region. And it didn't remember the keyboard. Swedish keyboard. Skip other keyboards. I don't have internet. We didn't have that before. I continue with limited setup. Nice, we have these now. Should we use the same name that we did for the machine, maybe? We'll see. Windows, and I actually used an I this time. Windows 11 x64 VM. That's the same as the machine. Okay, it can't be the same. User. Oh, this is real advanced naming, right? I don't know to think of. I could have called it like anything, right? So I'm going the very safe route now and using a password that's very secure. It's password. So no risk that I forget that. I don't want it to encrypt anything with a password that I will use like so far between in time. Security question. Oh my. Do I have to actually make notes of this? Do you know how many cousins I have? I don't remember all their names. It's 18, I think. And who's the oldest now? Whatever. Let's just do something. I'm actually enter the actual rabbit's name. No. There. His name was Lilleskutt, which is the Bamse series rabbit's name. I wasn't very big when I had that rabbit. So, okay. Everybody knows my secret question. Do I have to add more? Seriously?
Zapier says,
Hello Fake Sid 42 7小时30 rep shell roll.
Hi, welcome in. I wish I could just bypass the security questions too. Okay, I'm making fake ones here now. So if I go back here and we're finding something up here. Let's the past name. Let's switch. Or I'm just making notes. So, let's make a new note here on my left screen. Here we actually found the getting in without the Microsoft account for the installation, and Windows VM security questions. Better write this down, I'm thinking. So, Q1 pet. It's called QWERTY. That's a nice name, right? My pet is called QWERTY. And then we have question 2. So Q2. City where you were born. And this is called apparently the next line on the keyboard. I wonder if anyone actually does this on a real machine. Probably. And the third exam security question. Let's no childhood nickname. This will be real fun here, right? Oh, the left screen. So Q3 nickname, and I'm continuing the trend there. I don't think anyone had this nickname. So we have the wonderful nickname of
PV says,
You might want to update your notes username and capital smile smile.
Notes username. You might want to update your notes username. What notes username? This? Something here? I'm sorry, I don't get it. I'm feeling very stupid now. Going back to this one. Let Microsoft and apps use your location. Well, we kinda don't have a location. This is a virtual machine. No. We don't have a network. Doesn't it remember we don't have a network? How is it supposed to send any information to Microsoft? Because we turned off the network here. So we just say no to everything. We don't want anything. We just want to be done with this. Okay, let's use advertising ID. Ha. Hello, Windows. Yeah, and for new people, we're installing a virtual machine to try. When I'm making a Python course, I don't want to test stuff or just how
Zombie
the
says.
installation steps of Python and things.
Nice Windows.
To be
Translated from
only
Swedish.
on my machine, because then I have stuff installed already. So I want it to be a fresh machine, or even fresh machines like Windows 10 and 11. So,
D.
hi zombie. Alright, it was translation. Okay, I didn't hear that. Did it say translated from Swedish? I don't think it said, did it? There are different versions where it says the translated from and not, I think. Now I have to try this. So if I type in Swedish...
Hello, I did some cleaning.
Oh, okay, nice. That's a trap if you work from home, though. I'll just go and do some laundry, and I'll just go and do that and that I need to do. My God, I tried typing in Swedish when I'm talking English, but I was actually typing in English. How could I try and translate it then? So.
Johannes says.
Hey there, Martin. Less than 3.
Can you translate
6 it
this?
says. 1, 2, 3. Translated from Swedish.
Yeah, it says translated from Swedish, but it's a different voice. Maybe that's why I didn't hear it like that. Interesting. So the 1, 2, 3 is said in the voice that that's set for Fixit42 account, and then I have a certain voice set for that reads the names and they translate from Swedish.
Zombie says.
Hello the grapevine. Less than 3 Syrian 1 heart.
Translated from Swedish.
Yeah, so it says translated from Swedish. Alright, we got it up. So this is the first time you see when you start Windows. And our great username is visible. And now I'm actually starting the... Let's see, just checking that I'm on the right machine. So on removable devices, let's connect the network again here. Because we want to download stuff and things. And
Johannes says.
The grapevine
There.
love it.
oh my gosh, should I do this in Edge? I'm sorry if I sound like I'm horrified. I use Firefox. I use Chrome for the TTS because it doesn't work on Firefox.
Zombie says.
Yes, the great grapevine.
The great wine. Weinroth. It's a great wine. Do you know where your name comes from, by the way, Johannes? Weinroth. So, this machine, let's restart it and make sure that it starts okay. And we can log in with our very secure password as password. So let's shut down and start it, and then we'll actually, I think we'll do the Windows 10 one at once, but maybe I can start the other things at the same time, because I don't think that installation requires so
says.
much stuff.
And my father is the great.
Okay. So let's start this one and make sure that it starts okay. And maybe we should even start doing stuff, but maybe I want to do it at the same time in Windows 10 and 11 to make sure that if there are any differences, I can see that. No, I'm actually recording this, so this is kind of good, because then I have, the image of this. Also, doesn't it automatically feel the resolution I'm in?
Zombie says.
Winrot brain.
Maybe I could have used nothing as a password. Do you think that would work? So now we have a tiny little machine. The question is, do we want this to be full screen maybe? I did right click. Nothing right clicking, it's just low. Okay, so let's go to display settings. Let's do this full screen too. And as I've said before, that I haven't installed Windows 11. I've just used Windows 10, which is kind of crazy, actually. I've used Windows 11 actually at work, but you know, I don't usually do much digging into the system settings on my machine. There. So, so display is already at the start screen. We're at the display, that's what we selected. Oh, it's kind of tiny though. Scale, and here's the resolution. So we can just set this to be, hopefully, the actual resolution here on the screen. There. Oh my, this is slow. The reason that one of the reasons it's slow might be that I'm running this on USB 3 connected hard drive. So I may have to move the files. We'll see if this is due to that. Or maybe it's just because I gave it kind of low memory and everything. So it's possible that we need to give it a bit more memory. We were also thinking about actually taking a save this point in time here, taking a snapshot. So I can do that when I have this closed, I'm sure. So we started, it went okay, we'll log it in, everything looks like it should. So I want to save it in the state. So let's just close this down. Maybe we should do it actual right way here. I don't know what centers this. We have to change something. What should we do? Oh right, we could center the start button so it's not in the corner so people can't find it. So it's a good choice to do. Oh my god, this is so... I could see it thinking there. I clicked the start button. I better not click anything else here. I think we need to give this a bit more resources. And my PC has 32 gigs of RAM. I would like to have more though. And I noticed when I opened it that it didn't have more slots for RAM that I thought I had. That's my old board that kind of died on me. That's in the store there. I had lots more slots. There's stuff on top of it, so I'm not pulling it out now. I was thinking of showing you. There, nothing has happened. I'm just clicking a random place on screen. Clicking the start button again. There. So this is what the start menu looks like. Really. Oh my goodness. Though I don't like to do like getting a classic start menu. I want to use whatever is there. So waiting. Oh, even the shutdown thing is slow. It's not like an animation, it's more like separate images of odd states. Well, since I need to do this, I may as well do it while having company. Let's reply. Doing boring things like installing Windows with company instead of alone. But we'll do more fun things. I promise. I promise. So let's hop back here. We have this done. And we can go back to the actual course. And I'm a bit embarrassed to show this. That's why I kind of skipped quickly. But if I'm going to work on it on stream, it's not a secret really. And I kind of say like, hi, welcome to this tutorial on the other tutorial. So and I make a background, my background screen image like this, but I have like this, these are the parts of the course, and I have here like, today we will do this and this episode, so it's easy to see where we're at. So now we actually have nothing here. It's finished. So if we do let's just unfull screen it, because I think there, yeah, right, if we click the home tab, we'll get this button, create a new virtual machine. And we use the typical, and this time instead of Windows 11, let's use the Windows 10 one. And Windows 10 one should be in, I think it's on this drive, on ISOs. So now it's finished downloading. That's also the Windows here, let's see. It's done the ISO through this program. I'll probably try to burn an ISO to nothing because I don't have any CD on this machine. Anyway, let's just select this. And it detects as Windows 10. I'm sorry. Should I have one of those that Johannes has a burp counter? No, that's no. We'll see. Anyway, virtual machine name. Sure, go for it. Location. No, we don't want on C virtual machines. We want this to be on the unnamed new volume virtual machines. I think it actually created the virtual machine right there. And that was not what I wanted it to do, because I kind of guessed that it would make a directory. It didn't do that. So before I do this, let's just look at this. And if we edit the settings here, I would assume there's a path there. Here, working directory, but there's also something else, working directory, the actual directory. Well, we'll see. I'm just going to move it. I'm so sorry, I have stuff in my throat. To let you see stuff without switching screens all the time. So we have virtual machines, and here we have all the files for this one. Let's make a directory with the same name here. This name. And it's shut down, so we just move the files over here. There, and we change this. There. Exactly. So just quickly browse through these settings if there's anywhere else there's a path. Here we have the configuration location. So can't edit this. No, I can't edit it. I may actually just cancel this. And let's just open and go to this directory. I think this should be fine. So now we should have the correct path here. ISO image. Well, that's not what I wanted to see, but that was there. So if we look at the options here now, we have the correct path.
Hi, I'm
and
back.
The correct path. Oh, welcome back, Tyrone. Welcome back. So, how did it go? That was quick. Time flies. Oh my god, it's already been an hour since I checked on my kids for food. I'll have to ask my other kid again. So,
what I learned. Always remember to tell the script which VM you want to expand the disk, otherwise it will expand the disks on all VMs.
Ooh, okay, that's good to know. That's not at all something you should ask if you give it no information on which one to do it to. I just moved the VM because it wasn't actually made, it didn't make a subdirectory as I assumed. So we had to make it ourselves. Just didn't I have a directory open?
But they are fixing the script to not run if the VM name is empty.
Okay, good, that's smart. I thought I just had a folder open, but we'll just go there anyways. So, now this is in a directory. It was right here, the files in the root, so I had to move it. So now we can make a new one with the Windows 10. And it doesn't remember the aborted one, because I aborted it to change the other one. Maybe... No, that's the Windows 10 one. This should be on this. Yeah, here it is. So I should move the Windows 11 one there too. So this should be quick. Though maybe I should give it more memory. Or maybe I should let this one have a low memory and give the Windows 11 one more if I want to run them at the same time. So let's keep the default suggested numbers here. And how much memory does this one want there? 2 gigs. So I think Windows 11 also, the default was 2 gigs, and I think that was not a good idea.
Windows 10 and Windows 11 VMS have 8 gig of RAM each. I don't run the Windows 11 one all the time though.
Yeah, but I'm thinking these are just for Python, so I thought I'll try the defaults. But the Windows 11 one, when I clicked the start button, it was like, okay, will something happen? Oh, did I click wrong? And then finally it opened, so...
I run OBS on my Windows 10 VM Smile.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Does it work? So you run Linux as your main OS?
You must suppress any key to boot from DVD.
Again? Do you mean I should actually pay attention to the virtual machine when I have people to pay attention to? Well, that's wrong priorities for me here. So, I don't think there are any problems with a Windows login on this one, but maybe there are. Should we disable the network for the installation?
I run Windows 10 VM with OBS and Streamabout for a 24/7 stream I run of my Bird Box.
Okay, cool. So tell me, Bird Box. Tell me about that. So let's shut down reset there. Reset. And actually look at the thing and click so we can touch the keyboard. Oh my. Hi, how slow can I be? So many tries. Oh, whatever. It's starting, finally. So, what is Bird Box? Tell me.
It's running on my spare PC running Proxmox, so it's a dedicated to VMS.
Okay,
A
good.
box for a bird to live and smile.
Okay. You see
It's
the
in my
right
back
screen.
garden.
Good. Okay, cool.
With a Raspberry Pi attached to the side of it.
Oh.
And a Pi camera.
Oh, cool. Oh, you'll have to show me that setup sometime. Sounds fun.
It streams
the
to OBS
birds,
using
of course.
HTTP.
So on Proxmox, there's a Windows one connecting to
There are no birds
or getting.
in it.
There's no birds in it. Okay, so connecting to the Raspberry Pi. What do you use? What protocol or program do you use to connect OBS to the Pi? I'm curious. So English, keyboard. We want Swedish. There. And I stole its internet connection. Just to be sure. It doesn't do more than we want it to here. We don't have a product key.
I stream it over HTTP using MJPG Streamer.
Okay. Is that a good way to do it? If you have a stable setup like that? Interesting. I have to copy this to Google later. So, or maybe you can send me some
And
good
OBS
links.
just adds the HTTP stream as a browser source.
Yeah, but that's smart. Okay.
Web link.
So, yeah, so the JPEG streamer. Okay. Oh, well, I'll have to look at this.
That runs on the Pi.
Yeah, so it's kind of a web server that sends the image there on the site. So let's, I'll just open the website here. I'll have to read this later. Interesting.
Yeah, just a web server with a stream from the Pi camera.
Nice. Cool thing. The only thing so far I bought Pis, let's see, 2 of these ones. It's before the 5 arrives, so it's 8 gig 4 ones. And
Still
one
no
of them is
birds,
Kali
though. It's
installed.
been up about a year.
They haven't come yet.
Mine is a
You
Raspberry
put some
Pi
food in there,
2B.
they'll probably come. Yeah, because you don't need that much. I got these, I think it was like, they were very hard to get, and then I
So
got a
very
message
old,
like,
but
oh,
it
now
does
you
the
can get
job.
them. Yeah, but I think the Pi 2 is probably good for lots of things.
Got 1 minute 20 ads.
Okay. Oh, let's continue with the installation. So, let's do Pro, I guess, again. I don't think I have ever installed anything but Pro. Well, let's see how long time this takes. We probably should be doing something else. I'll go check on my kids again. I'll be right back.
Back now.
Okay, so I'm reheating some pancakes for my kids. And they will take like 5 minutes more, probably. Maybe a bit more. I think since this is my right screen, of course I know what to do. I'll just drag this all over to my left screen. And then we can actually use my pulse one. I'll have to make the pulse one more flexible to actually look at what scene it is. And put the video of that here instead. So, there. So, and Tyrone, I heard when you were, I was downstairs when you got back from the ads. Sorry about the ads, people. Oh, there's a background on this one too, right? Because it's actually from this one, and I converted it to be able to like show a video, but I'm actually using the screen for that, so I heard the microwave. I'll be back in 5 minutes. There. The kids got pancakes with strawberry jam and cream. Then I can sit here and work for a bit, right? So, region. Let's click this. Actually, one reason I didn't do that pause thing before was actually I forgot to remove it. Let's see if I click it now. Yeah, my mic is not muted or anything. Good. Because I was thinking, was it talking to no one? There we do this. So let's do it on the normal VM screen. And I keep reminding people, you can switch. When I forget to switch screen, do it yourselves. You can do it. You both have the commands and you have redeems. So let's go up here in the list. Sweden there. I do set the reading because of time mostly. And the keyboard for obvious reasons. There. If anyone have never seen another keyboard, you would click stuff that's not on the keys would appear. So if you click the Swedish you would, I don't know what you would get. No, we don't. We just want to skip that. I kind of feel that it's kind of, since this will be a long stream, I'm thinking it's kind of good to take this easy, relaxed tempo. So limit to set up. So maybe good that we did the removing the network thing. So Windows.
It's not a QWERTY keyboard then?
Yeah, it's a QWERTY keyboard, but it has after the U-I-O-P. Then there's an A key. Yeah, you can just Google Swedish keyboard. I'm thinking, should I start my camera on top just for that? But I can show you my keyboard. It's there's a camera on my keyboard cord though. There. So let's see. I don't have autofocus on this one, but you can see the Swedish keys there. It's different. So who's going to use this PC? Right, I think I didn't do spaces, of course. x64 user, just use the same type of name I used for the Windows 11 one. The VM name plus user. No, I actually had VM here and here too. That's annoying. I clicked beside the field and then I couldn't type. Yes. So, Windows 10 x64 VM user, and the machine itself had this name on the other one. So this is a user, so let's be there. A super memorable password, like password, right? It doesn't say it has to be safe. Oh, this is just for testing stuff on. Create security questions. Okay, so let's do the QWERTY nice security, very secure security questions we did last time. So I hope they have the same questions. I don't have to do pet. It's the same ones. As also, since this is a Windows 10 that's updated, I assume that most of the things would be kind of similar to Windows 11, like these. City you were born, yes, city, and then we continue on the next line of the keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keys there, and nickname. Yeah, the third one is the same too, and apparently we had a nickname that's kind of hard to pronounce. I wouldn't want to try like Skvibben. Oh, and we just knew everything. Doesn't remember we don't have a keyboard again. Oh, no keyboard. You know I meant network, right? I disabled the network for this. Hi again. So I actually got some more bread for myself, so I'm dipping some bread in yogurt here. Again. Now actually soft bread. Because I still have my breakfast yogurt. I took far too much. So if someone thinks it's annoying with eating noise, just tell me and I'll mute the mic when I eat. Okay? I don't want to torture someone. I know some people are like, oh my god, that sounds horrible. This might take several minutes. I think actually yogurt is good for the throat when you have kind of like a scratchy voice. Feels like it anyway. Feels nice. Almost there. This kind of looks much better to me than Windows 11. Though it's telling us Microsoft Edge is so wonderful. New browser, Edge. Well, let's turn on the network, fix the background and try a restart. So this one is finished, and then we'll make snapshots of both machines. So we have unfortunately then with names, machines finished to just use. Let's see. Why am I new? Because I was actually looking for display settings and then I started talking about something else. We're on the display already. Let's switch this to... Am I blind? No. There. And let's do full screen to make sure this actually looks as it should. Oh, when we do full screen and increased... Also, I noticed when we increased the resolution for Windows 11, it got really laggy. So it's an obvious thing. But I guess these virtual machines that are actually on a USB 3 hard drive, they kind of use this hard drive as memory, right? Because they have so low memory. 2 gigs each. I think I'll have to increase the memory also for this machine. So they'll have 4, maybe 4 and 6, because they only have 32. Maybe I'll give them 8 each, but that's... This one can have 4. First, let's give it back the network and do a restart to make sure that everything works as it should. And after that we'll do this, shut it down and make a snapshot. So first let's restart by its internal stuff here. So
Arduku says,
I did click the...
maybe it will be better after you install the VM tools.
Yeah, it's possible, of course. Yeah. Okay, start. And yes, maybe I should do that now before starting it, because I think maybe that pop-up that we have disappears. I guess this is what this button does. That's why. Do you think it did anything? Or just setting it as done? Well, let's do the restart. This is slow. It's painful. I'm going to buy a bigger disk to have as SSD, like a 2 gig one, and I should probably do that quite quickly. And then I'm thinking the 500 one can be only for VMs, so it doesn't have to. I didn't want to waste more of my system partition, you know, for the VMs to fill. And this is just for the Python course too, so. But I imagine I'll use these for other things later, especially if I make new machines of those snapshots. So the Windows 11 one. Maybe we should finish this one. Because of my computer has limitations too, you know. Even if we set limitations to these. My breakfast became brunch because now it's almost 13. So usually in Tuesdays I'll start streaming at this time probably, but today I had a meeting in the morning so I couldn't go working, so then I thought why not start streaming at 10, so I did. Kinda 10. I don't know how long I've been streaming. Yeah, 2.5 hours. So 10:30-ish. I'm kind of interested in this way to have the VM. So a VM that's not on, it has a tab still? Or you open it this way, from the files. There's no list like, these are my VMs, I want to use this one. Before using this, I did quickly use the free version. But before that, I was doing... oh my god, what's it called? The free one, you know. I just totally lost it. So there you have this menu where you can select machines. And this is kind of odd. Maybe I should just close these tabs when I don't use them, but I guess I can reorder them too. Can I? Yeah, it did. So now we have Windows 10. This is what I usually see in the morning. Or I would see this in the morning if I actually ever closed my machine. So our ultra secure password. It wasn't supposed to be secured. It was supposed to be... what did it say? It says something like easy to remember, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember what I was supposed to remember. This kind of annoys me. So let's keep this as standard as possible. Whatever. So I wonder if these tools have been automatically installed now, or if I need to do anything. I did click the start menu twice now. Definitely needs some fix in there. How do I check if the VM tools are installed? Probably they will just be as any other app, of course. I believe that the button I'm done installing and it knows that it's Windows 10 is enough for it to actually install it by itself. So let's see if I'm right. Oh, the delay of things. I did click. I think I did click. Right. Maybe not have the full resolution. So... I want to click this, but will it be able to while it's still loading in the alternatives of the menu? I did click, just so you know, I clicked. I believe Windows 10 just sets the name itself for a machine, doesn't it? I don't think you got the question compared to Windows 11. There I got the question of the machine name too. I guess it would... maybe in Windows 10 it was considered too hard for the user to set a computer name. Because I know that my machine has had a very random name that has changed. And that's not a change that I think any user would do. So, has it actually... it didn't manage to click. So, let's try again. Oh, I saw movement. And I just want to check now what happens if I maximize this window. Do we have VMware? We could search. See nothing. So, people who work with us, do you usually have to manually install VMware tools, or will it automatically do it? Doesn't seem to be installed, at least. And I may not have that priority. Though it might be a good thing to do just to make sure you know how to do it. Though. So I do think a few years ago when I installed that other Windows 10 VM, I believe I did that, but I don't remember even if I did it manually or automatically. Maybe it doesn't have the tools. So let's... the mouse movement is laggy,
I think
but
it
not
is in
that's
the
bad.
VM menu.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Let's try it first. Then. Yeah, install VM tools. Right. I've seen that like a million times. Make sure that you're logged in to the guest operating system. If you see VM tools installing, press Windows logo key. If you do not see, okay. Okay. Oh, it popped in the CD. So depending if I have automatically installing on or automatically open the CD maybe? Nothing happening. Why don't they show it when I have this mode? Well, I guess I did this to myself. So let's do D and set up. And yeah, the delay made
Sometimes
me
I
think...
remember I had to go in my computer and then the CD drive, and manually start the installer.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the
That
same
way,
thing as
from
doing
run.
that. Yeah, it's the same thing as this, of course. They're just trying to make it easy for people not to open and click stuff. When I was typing, the delay of the letters was kind of very noticeable. So maybe I should invest in a new computer too. And there's an odd delay in some of the sound too. I noticed the TTS was kind of broken there too once. So yes, we want to install this. Waiting. Let's give it a challenge and see what happens if I start this one at the same time. Yeah, it's been moved. I moved it. Notice because I didn't... It needed to be in a subdirectory of my virtual machines, not in the root directory of that, so that's why. Eating while streaming. Well, if this is going to be like past 7 hours, I need to eat, though. But still, sorry. And if, as I said before, if anyone is annoyed by the sound or something, I can mute myself. I think I'm almost done now. Oh, that's slow. So, what would you expect the reason for the VM to get quicker with installing the tools? Maybe that it would set something to, well, I'm not actually a real machine, but if someone does... Yeah, of course, this is a workstation, so that it will have to compete with the main OS on this. Maybe I move my camera. Okay, let's turn this screen a bit more. Keep sitting on the side of the camera. Tell me if I do something strange, like bumping into my mic all the time. Come on now. Oh well, this is slow. This is the Windows 11 one. I should have given it more memory before starting it. This one is at least started the installation. There we have a click. Let's typical this. It's probably from the menu I did it the last time too, on the other machine. Oh, that's audio. So delayed and distorted. Does it mean this one has done something? Oh no, we have an install tools button on the Windows 11 one. Can you see that? So it actually suggests it.
The guest/VM tools are for compatibility as far as I remember. I remember it helped for video a lot.
Okay, that's good, because I'm mostly thinking like copy and paste, being able to drag files to your computer and back, things like that, when it's on a PC like this. But of course it could be other things. It's install, VM mouse. Okay, it requires a reboot. So let's reboot once more before we save this as a snapshot. I've clicked a few times. Yes, we want to restart this. This should start quite quickly. What do you think? Will it be horribly, painfully slow, or will it be quick? My normal computer, which this is running on, it's not very quick to start, unfortunately. That was kind of quick. Password. So, now it's restarted. All the tools should be installed. If we do full screen now, yeah, I think actually the mouse movement now it's smooth. It was a bit laggy before. If I click the start button, yeah, it's definitely better, definitely. So if we just shut this down with a normal shutdown here, and we give the same thing to the Windows 11 one. I'm just checking my notifications here. Alright, I need to make a phone call to check on my mom. So let's see. Right. Yeah, the tabs are here actually. I didn't notice that before. So if we go to the Windows 11 one now, this one is closed. This Kali one is closed too. And this one is closed. So it's not closed. Why is it black? Oh, it fell asleep. So, oh my god, let's debug this horrible problem. The screen is just black. Oh, okay. I did type password. long before it actually popped up on screen. So let's see what the tools can do for this one. This is an interesting experiment in itself, actually. Instead of just for these are for the Python course to test stuff on, but this is interesting to see how much quicker will this be when we install the tools. Yeah, we know it puts a CD in, but we have to make sure it runs. So, will anything happen? I don't think so. Which is kind of good, right? That Windows doesn't run things. There it popped in the CD. And there we could have clicked to play it. So let's just run it. Oh my god, I can't spell exe. Just making sure this is the right machine. Why did it remember DZABIXE? Okay, it's trying to start it. Why? Is it just because the CD is in there, that's in the auto run? I'm curious. Well, let me finish this food before we actually get started. After hours of preparations to do tests and installs of that audio. I don't think I usually have audio on virtual machines, though, but that's kind of horrible. This yogurt is so sweet, it's too sweet for me. I should have blended in some natural yogurt. Now this one's up. I think. I have a blueberry yogurt too. So sweet. Equally as cold tea as that yogurt was warm. Everything the same temperature. Do you want... Oh my, look at the mouse key. Oh, the mouse pointer. It's so laggy. And it's very dark, the image. Because it still had that filter on. Was just the click OK, you know. You want to run this really. Okay. Windows backup. Remind me again in 1 year. I have to see what the options are here. But it's busy. And as soon as I'm done with the food, it's time to sleep. That's what my body thought, eh? Time for a nap. Well, let's... Did it notice I clicked? That's always a good question. Waiting and waiting. So while this is doing its slow thing, I'll try to click this once more. So no thanks. Now it definitely notice. And the VMware installation is still going there. I'll let it finish. I don't think it would take that long, right? Although you never know on this machine or on this VM. With 2 gigs of memory, what does the Windows 11 recommendations say about 2 gigs of memory? It's still preparing to install. Okay. It's kind of fun though to have an actual log of this in the stream. I have proof how long it takes with these settings. So Wizard is getting ready to wizard. So give us some magic here. Magic the speed of this machine up, please. I never thought about that before, that VMware tools actually sped things up, but that's because I've been crazy enough to try and install a machine on the default VM settings, which were VMware suggested 2 gigabytes for that, so it got the default settings this time. I've never seen these speeds, in other words. So now we can manage to move the mouse pointer and click next. I kind of would like to look at custom, but now I feel I just want this finished. Maybe I should have started with the course bit. Not the testing bit, but the script bit. But I think that this is actually what I needed to do the most, because this is real boring to just do. So I don't know, I'm actually kind of tired. Oh, I guess this is not very much action either, so. I could have done like soldering or something meanwhile. Should have done that if I had thought about it. Now I feel kind of late, though I'm almost finished. Sorry. Can I be quiet? That's the question. Should I be? Okay. I noticed it saying removing backup files, and we noticed also the graphical resizing. There we have the message with mouse and stuff. Finished. So let's do the restart, and then both are ready to be saved to snapshots.
Ready to be broken?
Yeah, right. In case that the Python installation would break them. What I didn't really want to do, of course, for recording YouTube video, I would like to have a real clean machine to just like film the installation, but also I kind of just fell asleep in the middle of the sentence. What I was going to say. I think I was about to say that I was going to do the idle bit.
Then you should make some screenshots. Smile, smile.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so that's one reason to get a snapshot. But also, now this is a totally fresh installed machine with Windows 10 and Windows 11, and we can use them for other things too, right? Not just for this. So now let's shut this one down too. And I think the Windows one, did I close it down? I'll just have to look at this. Okay, so this is like random stuff. This is the parts I always remove from Windows. Okay. Nice to know they have a special spot now. So actually I liked when Windows had the widgets on the desktop. I kinda like that, but they removed it and then they put it in like the starter menu instead. Why? So now both these are shut down, both have installed VMware Tools, and both have 2 gigs of RAM. No, this one has 4. Look, it has 4. Yeah, that would have been too bad if it had 2. So, okay, great. I'm still thinking that I should double both of these RAM there. But let's do the snapshots. So if I have this one selected and then I go to the VM and snapshot, maybe we should go to the manager instead. Can you select more things there maybe? So this is Windows 10 x64, just it's called that. Clean install. Let's do fresh install instead, and it's, should I like do the version or something? Nah, it's fresh. There. And I'm so lazy, so I copy that. We can use the same name with one character change for the other one. So let's go to the snapshot manager and look at this. There it is, fresh. So and let's look at the clone here. Clone. Yeah, so we can make different machines of this, right? Enable template option is advanced, okay. Okay, other users. No, we don't need that. Nice. So let's pop-up menu. I would actually like it to go to the normal menu when I don't have anyone started. So let's do the same here. Snapshot, take snapshot, paste my cheat laziness, and takes a snapshot. Takes a snapshot. I don't know which is worse, coughing, losing the voice, or just I don't know, allergy sneezing all the time. Is that an alternative too? Can you select which one you would rather not have? It's allergy times. So if we click the snapshot manager here too, and we can see the details for this one. Show auto protect snapshots. Let's see, do we have any more? Let's see what auto protect is. Okay, so those will automatically take snapshots. Okay, that's not anything we want, but we can clone it there and do stuff. Okay, so now we can actually use them. What do you think? Most people who would want to learn Python, would they use Windows 10 or 11? I would guess 10 though. What do you think? But maybe they just bought a new computer and it has Windows 11? Or bought a new computer in the last few years? How many years? Linux.
Linux
yeah.
P. Translated from French.
Yeah, right. I was thinking, should I do this for other... I don't have Mac. I refuse to get a Mac. But I could do it for Linux, and Mac would kind of be in there too, right? But if they want a basic tutorial with a new kind of never programmed before thing, I don't think they will use Linux, right? So they could skip the old installation bit. And just go for this quick intro of Python that I'm going to do. Assume they have some knowledge of computers if they use Linux. Unfortunately, it's still
I got
not...
a Mac just to have hands-on experience.
Okay, yeah. I did try clicking on someone's Mac a long time ago, and they still had just the one mouse button. And fine if you say, well, it was Apple that started with a mouse, but I don't count the one button ones really, actually. But yeah, of course I do, but I do like the keyboard and the terminal too, so just trying to straighten my cords here for the actual mouse when I'm talking about it. It's all over the place and kind of going
Now
like
it's a
this.
10-year-old dust-grabbing gray thing.
Okay, so you bought it because you wanted to have hands-on experience, and then you never got the hands-on experience. It just gathered dust, or did you actually use it a bit too? Because otherwise, it sounds kind of expensive not to ever use it. I'm thinking here. So, my kids got food a bit ago.
I used it like 3 years.
Okay, but that's kind of, the normal use time officially in companies for computers, like 3 years. So it's not that short. Also, the last time I touched a Mac was probably 25 years ago. And that was just like, oh my god, I can't click. What do you need help with? I probably help with that one, as usual. That's the funny thing, when you need to help someone with their computer and you don't know anything about the software they use daily, and you still understudied it once, and you can help them with it. And then why? because they don't dare to try to click things and think that the computer will just blow up. So that's a primary thing to do, really, just to try things. And they don't dare to. For some reason. I switch screens, right? So we don't have the VMs are ready, so we can use them. We have our very good security stuff. Let's add the password here too, just to make this complete, right? So the password is password. Here we have, this is how security should work, right? You don't need more than this. There. It's saved for in case I would ever need this. I don't know why. The password is there. What's the first thing you would try? You probably try something harder than password, right? Better save it. The best security is doing password with no extra characters.
There's a description on the snapshot. Smile.
Yeah, I could have, of course. I can still, I guess. Should we do that? Let's look if we can edit the description of the snapshots. I would assume we can. So if we click this, we can edit here, right? So, password. Laziness wins, and I'm actually copying all of this. There. Can you read that though? It's let's add some space here. Oh, that's security. Good idea, thank you. Because, memory is memory, and that's not. So, how would I save this? Will this automatically be saved? If I click here now. Yeah, but they added the extra new lines. So, if I click here and click here. Oh, that looks better. So, let's copy this. So it seems to be saved. So let's look at the Windows 10 one too. And we have exactly the same information here. As the menus popped up on my OBS over there, I had to look what it was that moved. Good and bad things to have things visible like that. There. So let's make sure it still stays there. Good. Close it. Yeah, let's just increase the memory too. Can I just click here and it pops up, right? So I'm thinking memory. Didn't I click memory? No, I clicked the 2 for processors. That could be okay. So can I pull this? Oh, this is always hard because this is not exact, right? Well, that's nice. Okay, 4096. So let's just okay this. This will save. And it says 4. So let's go to the other one. And alright, we can click here. And then we pull this up to 8. Stay on 8, please. I'm trying to move it slowly. There. Yeah. So that's good. Well, then the VMs are done again. They also have double memory. I would assume it would be quicker and nicer to run them, especially if I'm recording later. I would like to record that. By the way, let me check just. I'm trying here to click between things. So let's just see how much memory I use now when I'm running OBS. And it's not that much, but if I would run both machines, we would have 8 plus 4, so 12 more, but we're still not up to 31.9 or 32. We're 2/3 to the maximum then, so that should be okay. So, and this is probably helping too. That's a 1080p. Oh, what am I saying? P's automatically pop onto 1080, right? It's a GTX 1080, of course, not a 1080p. I've been doing too much with the IRL streaming, switching back from 1080p and 720p.